Hi, this is Natalia Antonova, and I'm sitting next to an empty chair because Arutunyan is in Copenhagen. She is promoting her new book about Vladimir Putin, and while we all really appreciate her, wonderful magnum opus, I am really angry about having to do this by myself. But, what can you do? Because I'm angry, I'm going to talk to you about this big thing that makes me angry, and the thing that makes me angry today and on most days is the criminal justice system in Russia. I know it's something we kind of referenced back in the day with Anna, and we've since had a really major kind of big news story come out of the city of Kazan, which is the capital of Tatarstan, I believe, where, in this absolutely nightmarish scenario, guy leaves his apartment to go get some groceries, never comes back, his brother starts looking for him, and he has died in the hospital. And he's dead in the hospital after having been literally raped to death by a champagne bottle in a police station. That's the big kind of one of the big stories this week coming out of Russia today. And I know everyone just loves these gruesome stories out of Russia, and everyone makes a big deal out of them. And it's very I would prefer not to have to focus on such a case, but unfortunately I have to do that because we've had this big police reform that began under President Medvedev, and it's very much in the news. The militia, as they're called in Russia, have now officially been given the name of Politia. So they have this more westernized name. They have new, I don't know actually, do they have new uniforms? I don't know, but well, in general, there's a major overhaul of the police force that's supposed to weed out cases like this. But just as, some weeks ago we had a case of a boy, a teenager, beaten to death in police custody in St. Petersburg, now we have this story coming out of Kazan. And in reading the comments to these news articles, it's always very interesting to read the comments, what, the people are saying about this. I just see the same thing being said over and over again, and that's, these people are they're werewolves. They're absolutely evil. They're corrupt, and this police reform has failed. And we're I liked one comment actually. It said that this that the way the police treat their own citizens is like an occupying force. Treating people in a country that has been taken over by some hostile, foreign regime. So they're occupiers, essentially. They're occupiers of their own country. And to me that, it sounds, I wish I could say that this is totally wrong, but it's not. I mean, it's, there is this real, there's a real sense that, there's a conflict going on in society between law enforcement system and the people, the people who are supposed to be protected by the system. No one feels in any way safe in them. I have to say, sometimes you meet people all the time who say, I fear criminals more. I fear criminals less than I fear police officers, because a criminal, they're not all powerful, but the police have the law behind them. And when a person who has the law behind them decides to go all out and break that law and do whatever the heck it is they want to do, they place people in real danger. And I was reminded once again of this because I was just at the courthouse in the Presninsky court here in Moscow. I was attending the retrial of businessman Alexei Kozlov. And Kozlov has basically been in this Kafkaesque nightmare for years, where he was, in jail for like 3 years. He was accused of, I think, stealing the shares of a company, and then it's kind of a, it looks like it's a dirty business deal that Kozlov was implicated in because he's got some, powerful enemies. And hearing Kozlov's wife speak after the the session, and we're going to have the verdict on Thursday. It's going to be really interesting to see what the verdict will be. She was saying that the crime in this country is now being conducted in the courts. It's being conducted by the criminal justice system. It's it's the prosecutors, it's the police. Whereas in the 90s you had a mob structure. Now you have a kind of a different structure. The mob is sort of it's existing within this legal framework, and that's really scary to me. And I'm the granddaughter of a police general. My grandfather, who's like portrait I have on my desk and stuff like that, was served World War II. He fought for the Soviet Union and so on. He was big deal kind of man, and so to me these issues are it's not that I also it's a personal, I guess, matter for me, because when I see this happening, I don't know, I wish I wish my grandfather was still around, that I could talk to him about this. What would he say about these cases? What would he would he say that yes, the police reform has failed, or no, give it more time, maybe things will improve? I don't know. I just I really wish I had some positive news for you guys, and the thing is I don't, one can only hope that something in this country is going to budge in regards to that, and I guess we'll see it with the verdict to the Kozlov case, Alexei Kozlov. And I think that's my time. I really don't want to go on too long about this. It's depressing enough as it is, as you can imagine. Thank you so much for being with me. Sorry once again that Anna is in Copenhagen. I genuinely miss her and envy her today. So, take care.